a golf ball rolled into a cave. Amazingly, it rolled out on its own. As the man reached out to grab it, a sharp cry came from the cave. It turned out to be the home of a baby owl. The little fellow was very angry, staring at the man with big eyes. Seeing this, the man sheepishly backed away. Having no way to vent its frustration, the baby owl kicked the golf ball, which kept rolling on the grass, until it fell into a nearby lake. Many balls had already been here. Clearly, the baby owl had been disturbed more than once before, and this time it decided to take revenge on humans. It slowly emerged from the cave, showing a seemingly innocent face. But don't be fooled, it's the top thief among the owls. Excitedly, it sneaked into a human house through the grass. To ensure safety, it would first scout for dangers. Its sharp eyes indicated it's not to be trifled with. It then ran to its destination, the garbage pile. It searched through the trash, picked out food scraps, and then acted like a little delivery owl, taking the garbage back to its home. Why did it walk instead of fly? Because it has a pair of long legs. It tirelessly transported the garbage multiple times, successfully attracting a swarm of flies. The flies relished the free lunch, and the baby owl enjoyed the free flies, thinking that delivered food is the best. After a full meal, it returned to its cave. As the golf course would sprinkle water regularly, the little owl took this chance to take a nap. However, its nemesis, the golf course caretaker, arrived, ruthlessly destroying all the traps. When the owl woke up and eagerly left the cave, expecting some delicious delivery at its door, it found nothing left. The baby owl was furious, cursing at the caretaker's retreating figure, thinking, "Damn humans, even stealing garbage. Shameless." Just then, an errant golf ball descended from the sky, coincidentally rolling into the cave. Seeing its home invaded again, the owl was almost exploding with anger and kicked the ball out. Unexpectedly, the ball went right into the hole, but it was still not appeased, so it threw the dirt from its cave onto the freshly cleaned lawn, expressing its anger. But this enraged the golf course caretaker. To get rid of this annoying owl, the caretaker brought a trained ferret, a carnivore that would chase out anything hidden below. The owl sensed the danger and started a game of hide and seek with the ferret in its intricate tunnel system. However, the ferret had an acute sense of smell and quickly tracked down the owl's hiding place. But the area was filled with intertwined tree roots, causing the ferret to get tangled. Struggling fiercely, the entire tunnel system began to collapse. The baby owl hurriedly escaped, and in the next moment, there was a cave-in. This disaster gave it an opportunity to escape. There was just a distance of 2.5 centimeters between them, but the ferret couldn't move the pile of dirt, so it had no choice but to leave without achieving anything. The cave was no longer safe, so the helpless baby owl had to find a new way out. It arrived at an unfamiliar meadow, yet fortunately discovered that many insects lived here. Right in front of it appeared a tasty cricket. Seizing the opportunity, it lunged, but ended up with a mouthful of dirt. The cricket escaped in the nick of time. Clearly, it needed to practice its hunting skills more. Just then, a more sumptuous meal caught its eye. An American blue-tailed lizard was leisurely sunbathing, unaware that it had become prey. The baby owl didn't act hastily. Intently focusing on the lizard, it then lowered its body, preparing for a sneak attack. However, the alert lizard sensed the movement and bolted away. The baby owl didn't give up, but how can two legs outrun four? Eventually, the lizard hid inside a tree hole. The baby owl quickly followed, but the dark, unfamiliar environment often conceals unknown dangers. In the darkness, a fox opened its eyes wide, watching the baby owl's every move. The uneasy atmosphere made the owl tense, and it began to look around anxiously. At this moment, the scared lizard ran out. Seeing this, the baby owl immediately gave chase, while the fox slipped back into the shadows. A thrilling chase ensued in the bushes. Suddenly, the lizard stopped. The baby owl was momentarily dumbfounded. What was happening? But now, it was in the lizard's blind spot. This was a golden opportunity not to be missed. Just as the meal seemed to be within reach, a ball dropped from the sky. The cooked meal simply ran away. The baby owl was infuriated, cursing under its breath. What a frustrating day. Feeling thoroughly defeated, it abandoned the hunting mission and returned to its previous cave, back to the golf course. It decided to go to the golf course manager's house for food, successfully sneaking in through a gap in the door. At this moment, the manager was repairing a car. It quietly sneaked in from the side and patiently waited for the manager to leave. As it prepared for its next move, it felt an intense threat. The ferret in the cage had opened the door on its own, chasing after the baby owl. This time there was no cave for it to hide in, but the ferret was caught by a rope. The baby owl provocatively stared at the ferret, saying, "Try being so bold now." But then, the ferret suddenly turned and hurriedly ran back to the cage, as if frightened. The next moment, a fox broke in. Turns out, it had been tracking the baby owl all along. Sensing danger, the baby owl took off running, escaping to the outdoors through a hole nearby. At this moment, it just wanted to return to its cave, but the fox wasn't about to give up on its snack, and quickly followed. Fortunately, there was a fence up ahead, blocking the fox's path. However, the fox soon dug through the soil, emerging from underneath the fence. By this time, the baby owl had already returned to its cave. The arriving fox realized the entrance was too small for it, so it tried tracking from above. Its large ears, with extremely sharp hearing, easily helped it pinpoint prey underground. It soon located the baby owl's position, hastily digging, causing noise. The baby owl, terrified, continued to flee, but the cunning fox anticipated its path, hiding nearby, waiting silently for its delicious lunch. All of this was witnessed by a passing turtle. At this moment, the owl wasn't sure where the fox was, so it hesitated at the cave entrance, afraid to make any move. It was a game between predator and prey. The baby owl had to seize the perfect moment. One wrong step would make it the fox's snack. Suddenly, the turtle bit the fox's tail, allowing the baby owl to escape the cave. It sprinted across the lawn, needing to find a way to completely drive off the fox. However, after not running far, it stopped, just standing there silently. The catching-up fox was utterly confused. "Why aren't you running?" The baby owl then looked to the ground, where sprinklers suddenly sprang up. Before the fox could react, it got a face full of water and ran away scared. Turns out the baby owl had timed the sprinkler's schedule, using its wits to outsmart the formidable fox, lifting its spirits. But when it returned to the cave, it found the passages had been blocked. With no way to proceed, it returned above ground. Then, suddenly, darkness. It found itself in the grasp of the golf course manager. The baby owl was put into a bag, and after a long journey, the manager finally grasped it, only to set it free, in a new home, a protected owl sanctuary. From then on, it no longer had to worry about other animals or golf balls. After touring its new home, the baby owl stepped out, and right as it was about to admire the view, a female owl with beautiful markings appeared. It was love at first sight. The owl eagerly proposed, "Hey beautiful, want to lay some eggs?" A cricket passing by to watch the commotion found itself caught by the owl as a gift, surely cursing its luck. The female owl accepted the proposal, and in that moment they even decided on names for their future eggs. From then on, the two owls lived a shamelessly happy life. Though the story ends beautifully in reality, due to human land expansion, many wildlife lose their homes. Without proper planning, these lovely creatures might become extinct. Ecosystems aren't just made of singular entities. Humans, as stewards of the earth, must learn to coexist with wildlife, love them, protect them for a richer world.